Alright, hope everyone's doing well. I have been doing a video. Alright, hope everyone's doing well. Welcome back to another video here. I haven't done a video for a while. I've been pretty busy with Black Friday Cyber Monday. November has been a very busy month for us in general. So now we're back at it again. I hope to get more consistent with content and also being able to make YouTube videos here so that I could share with all the learnings, all the stuff that has been working for us, specifically for TikTok Shop, here with you all. So without further ado, I want to spend this video, the time for this video, to go over Black Friday Cyber Monday, November. This is technically our first full Black Friday Cyber Monday experience with a ton of accounts on our book. So I wanted to spend some time here kind of going through some of the learnings and then do a deep dive on, what we have seen working and what are some of the things that we think are on the horizon for 2025. So first I wanted to share, this is essentially our agency partner dashboard, and I set the time window specific to November 25th to December 2nd. So this is the time window for Black Friday week till Cyber Monday for 2024. And this is how much we have done in terms of GMV for all the accounts that we manage today at the agency. And here is a breakdown of all the different GMV sources. So live still consists only 5% of the total GMV. So as much as TikTok Shop likes to hype about live, it's still a little insignificant today. I'm sure in 2025, 2026, and even 2027, it will become a lot more relevant, and people really need to start to think about what does social commerce means and live shopping mean. But for now, in 2025, in 2024, and even I think in next year, live GMV will only probably consist of 5% to 20% of a seller's GMV. So majority of our GMV still comes from video, but as you can see, we actually saw a drop. We actually saw a decline in video GMV because we saw a huge growth in product cart GMV. So that now it consists of 30% of the total pie. So that is 1/3 of the entire total shop GMV that we currently is generating for this for TikTok Shop. So this is pretty significant, and this is such a jump from how much we were seeing for our last Black Friday Cyber Monday in 2023. I don't have the data or numbers now on hand to show you, but what I can tell you is across the board, sellers, agencies are all seeing product cart GMV, saw a huge growth, saw a huge improvement, specifically during this holiday season. So this kind of ties back into, right, like one of the learnings I wanted to share with you guys, which is product cart GMV has gotten more important. So what does that mean as a seller? This is very much an area that is similar to Amazon. So if you're an Amazon seller, you probably understand the importance of ranking for certain keywords, importance of optimize your product listings, optimize your product titles, images, yada, yada, yada. So all those are now started to also become true for TikTok Shop. So if you have Amazon background, this is where you can shine. This is really where you can do a much better job optimizing compared to maybe D2C sellers that don't necessarily have a lot of marketplace experience. So this is also one thing we really started to notice, which is Amazon sellers really understand, okay, images need to be great. We need to optimize product titles, and we need to be optimizing the overall shop structure. And in our service today, we also have started to add a lot more of these non-affiliate activities or services into the whole mix, because we started to notice, hey, TikTok Shop also wants to make sure that sellers can diversify, and it can also utilize different channels, not just always affiliate, to generate GMV, generate revenue. So again, pay attention to your product listing moving forward. Pay attention to optimizing all products in your shop. pay attention to how you are structuring the current shop. For example, if they're variants, they should be nested under the main product listing versus separating them out into a whole bunch of different listings, but essentially for the same product. So that is just as an example. And the best way for you guys to go check what are some of these best practices and new updates that TikTok Shop recommends sellers to do is go to TikTok Shop Academy. That gives you a whole bunch of different resources and information that you will need to do to optimize and to further improve your product or GMV. Cool. So that is the first thing I want to talk about. And second is I want to touch on promotions and discounts. Obviously, for November, December, this is a huge season for promos for discounts, and it rings even truer on TikTok Shop. Specifically, for the Black Friday Cyber Monday campaign on TikTok Shop, it lasted for half a month, right? It started from November 13th all the way to December 2nd. And it's just a whole bunch of product discounts, product promotions. It's co-founded by TikTok and sellers. And if you are on TikTok, if you go to check TikTok Shop, the shop tab specifically, you'll see a lot of today's deal, special deals of the day, crazy deal of the week, crazy deal of the day. So those are all the things that TikTok Shop are trying to do to make sure that, first of all, sellers are signing up, are registering for these campaigns so that they can get extra traffic boost, and shoppers at the same time are able to get these crazy deals, so they will be incentivized to buy and purchase right there. And I could say this has been, right, like our most effective strategy out of all of them. Maybe I'll say content, of course, but if as a seller, as like a new seller, you don't really have a firm grasp of, okay, what are content, what are videos that are able to go viral, then I highly recommend to just do promo and discounts as almost an evergreen strategy in your mix, because this definitely will work. As long as other things such as content is also working, this will only put fuel on the gas and help you to get even more traffic and get even more revenue. And now, as we are going to December, this is very much still the instance where, a bunch of our products, a bunch of sellers are doing holiday haul campaign sales. And as we're getting into the end of year, there will be end of year sales as well. And then in January, there will be a whole bunch of different campaigns and sales again. So there is a potential risk of sellers, shoppers, both, right? People get fatigued, people get tired of seeing all these different flash sales going on all the time. But again, right, for a platform to nurture, to mature, this is a process of what they have to go through over time. So that is promotion and discounts. So next, I want to talk about ads. We have seen just a huge spike in cost per acquisition and just overall the profitability or return on ads dropped by a lot during the November holiday season due to the fact that I'm sure a ton of sellers, merchants are spending money on the platform, and that kind of led to a much more competitive environment for every seller to spend money. And if you are running GMV Max, like the automated campaign that is being pushed and released, in fact, by the TikTok Shop team to essentially automate all aspects of the campaigns, you probably have seen a repression of the budget that you set and how much actually GMV Max is able to spend. And if, for some of our accounts, we were only able to spend 50% or 60% of the entire campaign budget, even though we set it way higher than what we were able to spend. So there's definitely, I think, two issues there. First of all, this is just assumption. This is just something that we have been noticing across GMV Max accounts. As the environment, as the space gets more competitive, GMV Max will start to really limit how much it's gonna spend. First of all, depending on the category, what space you're playing into, and also it's gonna evaluate your content quality. if GMV Max does not think your overall content mix, all the authorized content, all the content from affiliates is good enough or it has enough volume, GMV Max is just not gonna spend, right? And I think for sellers, then you really want to make sure if you're using GMV Max, first of all, volume content is important, quality of content is important, and how much content is actually generating GMV and how much room you can generate more GMV are also important. But again, these are things that are still very blurred, right? They aren't very, even if you ask your account manager or ask your shop today, they will not give you a clean cut answer on most of these things. So it's very much you have to just do a trial and error on your end. And I could definitely share as much as what we know. But so far, definitely for November, we have seen a big kind of spend drop for our GMV Max campaigns due to the fact that more sellers are spending money, more content are being put out for all sellers across the board, and the content is just getting more competitive. And you just need to start to get more good content out of all the content you're getting through affiliates. So I could definitely spend another video here just talking about affiliate content because that is right now number one most important thing that allows a shop to do successful. So there are a bunch that I could go over in that video. So I'm going to save the time for another video here, specifically on affiliate process, affiliate communication, affiliate content. And then the last thing I want to do and to touch on here, what we have noticed for the Black Friday Cyber Monday and the overall holiday campaign is this is actually a pretty good time to kickstart shops, especially if this is a shop that's going from 0 to 1. So by far today, if you ask anyone, the hardest thing to do is go from $0, literally $0 in GMV to 100, 500, $1,000 per week on TikTok Shop. That's it. This is the hardest phase. If you can break through that, everything else, even get to 1 million, will be much easier from here on. Because TikTok Shop very much rewards, because the algorithm rewards sellers and content that does well. So you will accumulate more and more traffic. You will only accumulate more and more revenue as they start to grow. So really the curve is exponential, it's not linear. That's why in the very beginning is the hardest phase to break through. And frankly, we never had 100% success when we have to take a shop from 0 to 1. So this is very much the hardest part of being a seller, of being an agency, being a service provider, and being anyone in this ecosystem, that 0 to 1 is hard. But if you are at 0 today and you want to know, okay, so if 0 to 1 is hard, when is an easier time for me to start a shop? The answer will be holiday season right now in November or December. We actually had a shop that really just didn't have much success at all in September, October, due to the seasonality factor and due to other reasons. But then we really stuck it through. The seller was very aligned. They're like, hey, we understand that this thing takes time. Why don't we continue this into Black Friday or Monday and see if it's going to work? And boom, we literally took off right as we go into Black Friday Cyber Monday. And now we're doing 20K, 30K now. We literally went from 100, 200 per day or per week sometimes to now doing 20 or 30K. So this can all happen, but timing is such an important factor that we did not realize until now. So I highly recommend, if you're a seller right now watching this video and you're still kind of on the fence, and if we happen to also be in this holiday window, I highly recommend you to kickstart and just get right into it now, because there's no easier time than November and December to really kickstart your shop. As the new year comes around, unless you are a supplement or health and wellness brand, maybe then is the best time for you. But for majority of other people and sellers, I would say Black Friday Cyber Monday is the best timing to go into it. So hopefully this video was helpful we didn't spend a ton of time here going through each learning, but these are very much the stuff that kind of stood out to me while we navigated the Black Friday Cyber Monday. Overall, I would say Black Friday Cyber Monday was a huge success for us. Definitely, it was 100% success rate. We had accounts that didn't really do well, but I think this is still a very exciting phase and a very exciting progress overall that we made at the agency. So let me know if you have any additional questions and share with me down below what your Black Friday Cyber Monday experience has been on TikTok Shop. Catch you guys in the next one.